Hello out there to everyone. Hope you're having a lovely day. Today I would like to talk about narcissists, supervisors, bosses, and coworkers. This is something I experienced for a while, working at jobs for I mean, almost a decade. At first I didn't under. At first of all, I didn't know what a narcissist was, and second of all, I didn't never understand what it was about me or what I was going through when I was working at these jobs. And so I was very confused. But let me just let you know that you could be, and it's definitely are people who are experiencing and dealing with narcissistic supervisors and narcissistic managers and also coworkers. Um, if you don't know, if you are right now dealing with if you are working somewhere and you feel like you're being discriminated against, or you're disliked, or your boss, your manager, your supervisor, or your coworkers are sabotaging your work, your job, your career, you're probably right. You probably don't know what a narcissist is, so you probably don't understand it and know why. But if that is happening, then one thing you should know is that they don't like you. That's for one, that's for sure. They don't like you. So that's one of the reasons why they're doing that to you. Um, which, and I mean, it's definitely one thing to have a narcissist um, co-worker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody the same level as you. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have a decision over whether you work there or not. They don't really have any power, except that they might just, you know what I'm saying, sabotage everything you do, lie, manipulate to get others to not to like you. See, one thing narcissists do when they don't like somebody, they attack them and they try to ruin their life. Narcissists are evil people, and they don't like good people. They're very jealous, and they think people are jealous of them. Whatever is negative about the narcissist, they project on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like if a narcissist is a liar, they'll say you're a liar, spread lies about how you're a liar, and you cannot even be a liar. They'll just say you're a liar because they are a liar. Like narcissists hate themselves, and they don't like nobody to be better than them. So they cannot be a liar and you not be a liar either, even though they have no proof of you lying. It's just you can't be better than me. No way. And then they are the most lyingest people in the world, and they will never admit to lying, and they don't lie, which they is a lie because they lie to themselves because they are liars. So if they don't like you, they are really on a mission to sabotage you and ruin your career and ruin your life. That's what they do. So definitely one thing you need to know, if they're trying to do that to you, then that means like there's something good about you and they're jealous of you for something. So you can't you can, I mean, dealing with narcissists period, whether it's in an intimate relationship, or dealing with narcissists whether they co-workers or not, or friends, it's a stressful and painful thing. So none of it's cool. It's very unlikable. It's not. It's very uncool. So I can understand how you might feel about that. But just know that it's not you. You're not the bad person. You might be thinking like, oh, it's me. I'm the bad person. Well, because when I was dealing with it, I didn't understand it. I thought maybe it's me, but then I knew it ain't me. Because I just go to work. I do my job. I'm nice to everybody. I'm quiet and reversed, and you know what I'm saying? I treat everybody fair. I do a good job at my job. I've come to work on time, and there's really nothing you can really dislike about me. I'm just one of those people, a positive person. So I didn't understand how job after job after job I went through the same thing. And I was like, why I'm going through this persecution so much. That's what I'll call it, because I'm a spiritual person. So, I believe in God, I have a relationship with God. So I'm like, in the Bible says you know what I'm saying? If you one of mine, you'll go through persecution. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's persecution. But it was like, it was too much. It was like I was disliked by all the co-workers and all the bosses. Like, they would do things like, they would be like doing things behind my back. Like, it's like fake punching me behind my back, or like fake slapping me behind my back. You know what I'm saying? You know how like if somebody go behind you and do the bunny ears when you're not looking, haha, he is funny. They would be something like that, but they would like be like of rage and anger, and like say like they fake punching me in the back of my head, like, you know what I'm saying, or slapping me in the back of my head. Things like that I noticed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? They would definitely sabotage my job to make it seem like that I'm not doing the job that I'm doing. And I'll be like, I know what these people are doing. So I'll end up leaving that job or getting fired from one job and then going to another job. And it'll be the same thing over and over. And I know it's the same thing because it's identical. It's happening the same way, and the same things are happening. People are doing the same things. So I know exactly it's the same thing. But I didn't know this was what a narcissist was. So I didn't know anything about this. So I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I was almost losing my mind. But I was always just strong and just was like, I gotta make a living, so I'm gonna just keep going through with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, but once I found out what a narcissist was, and it could be in a relationship, and you could have it with friends, and you also gonna have it with the bosses and co-workers, I was like, oh, that's what I was going through all these years, job after job, job after job. This is what I was going through. And also, all the relationships I had dealing with females, most of them was narcissists. All of them was narcissists. So I was like, wow, I found out very good information. I'm glad I found this out. Because I was like, when you're dealing with these narcissist people and you don't know who they are, you just think like, oh, these are just different type of people with different type of personalities, and you don't really know or understand it. But once I found out what a narcissist was, a sociopath, psychopath, sociopaths, I was like, oh, I pinpoint all the relationships of the females that I dealt with, from, you know what I'm saying, from being a teenager to a grown man. Like, oh wow, to recently, like, taking my time trying to get to know somebody, and in the middle of learning that, I pinpointed a narcissist right in their action as me learning, like, oh, okay, got it. So I recently found that out, of what a narcissist was. And you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I'm like, this is what I was going through at my job. These are these people. These are the girls I was dating with. These are the type of girls that I've been dealing with. So now I know, and I'm happy that I know. So now I know that, now I'm trying to find the reason of why, like, I keep attracting these type of people. So what I learned and found out about narcissists and narcissism is that, first of all, these are evil people. You know what I'm saying? They don't like, narcissists are evil people, and they don't like good. So if they bothering you and attacking you, it's something about you. You know what I'm saying? They see the light in you, or you're a good person, or you're an empath, or you a codependent, which probably you got two, which is probably two of them, or all of them, period, together. You know what I'm saying? You just be you. Especially, so if you're codependent, or if you you know what I'm saying, if you're a good person, if they can see the light in you, they could be jealous of you for, anything. You know what I'm saying? Narcissists hate that you look the way you look, and they wish they looked the way you look, and after that they got it out for you to destroy your life. Like, these people are evil. They won't stop till you dead, or they destroyed your life completely. And that's one thing you need to know about a narcissist, is that they don't like or dislike people. And then they go for people, they don't just dislike or don't like people who are unlike worthy. They go out there and hate and try to destroy people who are good people. That's what they do. They're evil. They don't like good. They don't like good people. They feel shame about themselves. They don't like themselves, but you will never know because they don't show that. But they they passive aggressive, and they'll show that they dealing with the fake self, and the real self was really, the real self is not there, but it's a little there, but it's more of the fake self. You know what I'm saying? The fake self protect the real self at a certain time, and the real self protect the fake self at a certain time. So it switches off depending on what the circumstances is in the situation, but they'll never show you or tell you that. So dealing with narcissists at your job is like, you know what I'm saying? You go to work and they already know who you are, because people could see, they already see narcissists know, and they go after harmless victims. So if they picking on you, they don't believe like you, they don't have to worry about you. So they know like they are hunters, like they vampires. Like, you know, somebody who hunters or animals in the wild, in the jungle, or the prey, they know they prey, they know what they looking for, they know they can overpower it, they know like they don't have to worry about pretty much them attacking them back or acting towards them the way they do. You know what I'm saying? They are weak individuals. They won't go for a challenge in that way to where like they got to worry about you strangling them to death because they bothering you. Like you're gonna straight cold cock and punch them in the face or attack them soon as you see them attacking you. They won't deal with nobody like that. They'll be cool with somebody, but they won't make them a victim. Narcissists are always looking for victim, and they always want somebody that are like good people, you know what I'm saying, or have some good qualities, or if they see you codependent, or if they see the light in you, see you an empath, or you know that. So once you go to a job, and I'll deal with the narcissist in a relationship in another video. Right now we just gonna focus on narcissists, supervisor, bosses, managers, and co-workers. So just narcissism period in the workplace. So now I just wanted to give you a little information so you understand where I'm going with this. And so just in case you're not informed a little bit about narcissists, I'm putting a little bit of information out there so you can get a little bit to understand, you know. So so when you go to work, and they already know who you are, they already know, like they sniffing. It's like an animal in the jungle, they know they prey, you know what I'm saying? If you know, like same thing if somebody a gold digger, like they know, they smell money, they know there's money there, so they know what they're doing. They're not going for nobody who ain't got money. Like they know money, you know what I'm saying? If you're a hunter, you know what you're hunting for, and you know it when you see it. So they smell it. It's like a vamp. They see it and they on you, and they won't stop, and they won't let you go. To either you end up losing your mind, or like you end up quitting the job, or destroying your life, or I mean, it's real like that. It's horrible. These people are horrible. Like so this is what I end up going through at jobs for like long periods of time. Job after job, the same thing, and it just was like, I'm surprised I ain't commit suicide yet, because I mean, think about it. You got to work to live. You got to make a living, and every time you go to a job, like they're being sabotaged. I mean, and it's the supervisors like orchestrating it, and the co-workers that, you know what I'm saying, is they flying monkeys. You know what I'm saying? They the ones who send it do their dirty work, and they do their dirty work too, but they send them to say, like, you know, cuss words at you, or say something smart to you, or patronize you. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know, they send them to keep antagonizing you. You know what I'm saying? Talking junk about you, cussing at you, disrespecting you. And they send them to do that while they sit and just laugh and have a good time. And it's all a joke to them. You know what I'm saying? But they're doing their dirt too. They're sabotaging, like, they're sabotaging your workplace. Like, they setting the stage for you before you even come in to, like, make sure your work is sabotaged. They all got it all planned out. Like, you know what I'm saying? This was at the last few jobs I used to work at too. Like, they like, and the most narcissists, I mean, narcissists at every workplace, and it's narcissists at every workplace, it's narcissists at every type of job field. You know what I'm saying? Whether they co-workers at a low level, shift supervisors, or managers, you know what I'm saying, CEOs, the presidents, you know what I'm saying, manager, shift manager, supervisor, you know what I'm saying? There's all, you know what I'm saying, They come in all shapes, size, and forms, and any size, color, or race, anywhere around the world don't matter. So that's one thing you should know. So I'm gonna help you know if you're dealing with narcissistics, bosses, managers, supervisors, co-workers, and if you know, and if you don't know, then, and if you do know, then you relate to it, and if you don't, I'm gonna inform you, because you probably is and don't know it. Because I didn't know for years and years, job after job, until I just found out the end of last year what a narcissist was and about narcissism, because I didn't even understand it, and I've been dealing with that my whole life. So it was very shocking to me, and I'm glad I found out. So yeah, so like for instance, like one of the last jobs I was working at, and it seems that narcissists are always working at jobs, restaurant jobs, like warehouses, or either jobs or either restaurants. Like it's like every restaurant I worked at, a lot of restaurants, and every restaurant I worked at, I was dealing with narcissists, boss, supervisors, managers, and co-workers. Like it's just like they all work there. Like that's narcissists' place to work. Like they love working at food restaurants. Like, and I mean some of the top brand ones, name ones that you see the commercials for. I'm talking about restaurants you see the commercials for. I mean big ones, not no local, just restaurant at your local city or town or state. Like I'm talking about franchises, you know what I'm saying? Restaurants you see commercials for. They got gift cards for, you know what I'm saying? And they also work in warehouse jobs. I worked at a lot of warehouse jobs. They was always there too. It was like, you know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying is like the narcissists, you gotta understand they're evil. So if you got a boss, like they like power and authority. So a narcissist like power and authority, and they like to exercise it, and they like to be in control over people. And they like to exercise, they like to hurt people and boss people around to feel they're in control and to feel good about themselves, because they always hurting. They don't like themselves, so they always hurting. You know what I'm saying? So what they would do, well, one thing I found out at the last job at restaurant I was working with, like say 2015 when I started it. So I was working there, and then at first I didn't understand it. Like, so I'm working there, and there's like this guy, this Haitian guy I was working with, you know what I'm saying? He was around my age. Excuse me. We was doing the job, and this job I'm already qualified for. I already have experience in it. Like I already did this job like before. I already have experience in it, so I know what I'm doing. This guy, he would come back there, and he would come and he will be cussing at me, and it's like, why is this dude cussing at me? Like, you know what I'm saying? All type of cuss words, like make it seem like I'm not doing my job good, or I'm not doing it fast enough, and he'll just be cussing at me, and cussing at me. So I'm thinking it's just him, and then now to come and think about it, the managers and bosses there, and they see it. But what type of good manager or bosses or what have you want that and allow that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good. So at first I didn't know what it was, and then I found out, like, after I know what narcissism was, and this one I just started working so I didn't really peep or understand a lot of stuff. I found out that they was making the co-workers do that to me, because they didn't like me. And this was early, so they already didn't like me off rip once they hired me and seen how I moved, because I wasn't like them. So they was already off rip, like, oh, we don't like him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what that was. They didn't like me. So now what is going to happen now is that I'm going to go through a lot of stuff like that I don't even know. They sabotaging everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, they setting the employees that work for them, they turn them to the flying monkeys. Now, flying monkeys are the narcissists. They're the dirty doers. They're agreeers. The people that they get involved to not like you and to check up on you and report back to them or get information out of you so they could turn it against you. And these are the ones that's going to be doing the dirty work, you know what I'm saying, for the narcissists, which these people are either narcissists, or if they're not, they're toxic people, which is just as worse, which makes them evil too for even doing that. So they're just like them. So, and narcissists, they have flying monkeys. They need those. They keep those. You know what I'm saying? So, and so that was so That was happening, and it was stuff like I was going through, I would come in and I would say hi, nobody would say hi to me. Like I would come in, I'll speak, nobody would speak to me. Like, what's that all about? You know what I'm saying? Even the bosses, they wouldn't say hi to me after a while. So they wouldn't speak to me. They wouldn't say hi to me. The co-workers, nobody. I'll say hi. They wouldn't say hi to me. They wouldn't speak to me. I'll get to work and nothing to be done. You know what I'm saying? You know how the shift before you supposed to make sure everything is done. So when you come in, that you don't have a pile of work to do. Every time I came in, it was a pile of work for me to do. A lot of work for me to do. I mean, basically the person who was working before me wasn't even doing anything. They was just chilling, hanging out, talking, and just eating, and on the phone and taking cigarette breaks, which you could understand, like, if you got a good supervisor and a boss who managing the store, right, that wouldn't even be happening. And they were still there, you know what I'm saying? You're in the back of a kitchen, and they could see that. And then they could check it before the person leaves, and sometimes the person will still be there. So it's like, what you did all day, you know what I'm saying? Especially I'm coming in an early shift, and it's not even that busy in the restaurant during the middle of the day. The restaurant's open at 11 a.m. and it's open at 11, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really people coming in there, because I worked that shift 11 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? So I know. And so once you get to know the job and you know what you're doing and you know how it works, you know when somebody's not doing a job and it's a lot of bull crap going on. You know that once you know the job and you've been working there for some time, you understand it, especially if you did the job before, you know what I'm saying? So I knew what was going on. They didn't care. They didn't care what nobody else did. And I know they was doing that on purpose, you know what I'm saying? But let something with me, they'll be double checking me. What you did, you didn't do this, you cleaned this for this person, oh, this person coming in, so you gotta make sure everything is done. Oh, we need this done, we need that done before you leave. I'll come in to work, ain't nothing done. You know what I'm saying? Everything dirty, everything raggedy. I gotta clean this, I gotta do that. So once I come in, I gotta get straight to work and do all of this work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I'm a good worker, so I like to work, and I work fast, I get the job done. So they noticed that. So what they did was sabotage my job and made it harder. You know what I'm saying? For one, they didn't like me because I didn't smoke. You know what I'm saying? And this is a job that you know is no good when the coworkers and you know what I'm saying, they ask about you, they like, oh, do you smoke weed? Do you smoke? Why is that any of your business? Like, I'm here to work and get paid and go home. Like, why you want to, I don't even know you. Why you want to know, do I smoke weed? Every one of them was smoking weed, and they was coming in high, smoking on the job, rolling up weed in the middle of the kitchen and smoking weed on their breaks and then coming back in. They was taking shots of liquor on the job. These people, the co-workers, you know what I'm saying? The manager, the general manager, he would come in and he'd be coming to work drunk and be in the back just drinking all day, not doing nothing, happy, just drunk, you know what I'm saying? All day drunk, you know what I'm saying? Then the co-workers wouldn't be doing no work. They'll just be chilling around, just sabotaging what I'm doing, not doing no work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just chilling and eating. The bosses, supervisors, the ship supervisor, the co-workers, everybody just chilling and eating except for me. And I gotta work extra hard because nobody's helping me. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't do nothing fast enough, here they go. You got the supervisors and them yelling at me about something, but they ain't yelling at nobody else about what they supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So then they making people, this is what the narcissists do. They turn people against you to not like you, especially if they got the power and they got authority over people. They treat them good, so then that they could treat you bad, and then they can help them, and they'll help the narcissists treat you bad because they treating you good, and they're putting stuff in their head. And you got to understand, these are toxic people already anyway, for them to even be a flying monkey, because I won't be nobody flying monkey. Don't tell me nothing about nobody. You know what I'm saying, whether I know them or not. If I don't know them, I definitely don't want to hear nothing about them, because that's your problem with them. Don't tell me nothing negative about nobody. I would like to know for myself who that person is, or if that's true or not. And I don't believe everything somebody hear. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody turn me against nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? I have no reason not to just like them. And plus, even if I know them, and if I don't know what you're talking about, let me just see that for myself, you know? But that's what they'll do. So I'm going to a restaurant, and I'm alone. I'm doing my job. I'm alone. It's me by myself against the whole workplace. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? With so much uncalled for stuff that was going on over there. You know what I'm saying? The boss is not doing their jobs. They chilling and they eating all day. You know what I'm saying? And one of them was a lady boss, and she liked me. She was and that was really the whole problem, is that this one narcissist boss, she didn't like me at all. She didn't like me. And then two, she didn't like that I didn't want her. She wanted me, and she mad I didn't like her. You know what I'm saying? She kept wanting to try to get with me. I didn't want to get with her, and I kept brushing them off. That she received narcissistic injury when I rejected her. Narcissists can't deal with rejection. Once you reject a narcissist, it deals with it gives them injury, narcissistic injury, to where a normal person, if they get rejected, they just like, okay, you're all right, okay. The next person is somebody else, you know what I'm saying? With them, no. It's like, you did me wrong, you hurt me, I gotta kill you, I gotta ruin you. And that's what it was. She had to just destroy my life, get rid of me, and just make my life miserable, because they can't handle rejection. Narcissists can't handle the stuff that we can handle, because they don't deal with feelings. They fake feelings, and they know how to act what normal people really have inside them and express. They know they don't have it, but they know how to act it out. You know what I'm saying? Because they seen it done. They seen it played out. They play the role like, you know what I'm saying, they like everybody else, but they not. She couldn't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing with the narcissist disorder is that they had a inflated sense of self-importance. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're important and they all of this. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things what made her not like me and start to attack me. Two, once she started attacking me, she started complaining like, oh, you didn't say hi to me when you came in? Like, huh? Like, yeah, I didn't even see you, first of all. I'm coming in, clocking in, getting straight to work. That's just how I am. I'm a good worker. Once I clock in, I'm going straight to work and I'm working. That's just how I do. I take pride in my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lazy person. So I'm going straight to work. I'm clocking in, getting straight to my job. Let's go. I'll come to work. You know what I'm saying? They all was different. They like to party, talk, gossip, and laugh, and they will all talk about each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that. I'm different from that. And that's one of the reasons why they didn't like me, because I was different from them. And I wasn't afraid to be different. And narcissists don't like people who different. They don't like good people. They like people just like them. Well, they don't even like people just like them, but they don't like themselves. They don't like nobody. They see human beings as objects, so they don't like nobody, really. But they don't like people, but if they like people to be around and they like to deal with people like them, if you different from them, they will attack you and want to ruin you. It's like good versus evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, they seeking who they can destroy. They don't like good in this world, and they make the world a worse place as it is. Like, they do. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So and then one time she told me, oh, let's get it poppin'. I mean, like, an urban term, that's a sling. Let's get it poppin'. If you're from the urban community, you already know what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could mean like, let's get it poppin', like let's do this thing, or like, let's fight, or whatever, or another sexual in term of like, let's have sex, let's get nasty, let's have sex, or what have you, let's get it on. And she asked me that one night, and I rejected her, and she got mad about that. I know she rejected her. Like, she was like, let's get it poppin'. And I was like, she waited till everybody leave and was like, let's get it poppin'. And I was like, and I just told her, I'm about to be done with the dishwasher so we can leave. And I know that tore her up, so she came back more and more and just started antagonizing me. You know what I'm saying? They made sure that I stay late, because they made sure the people, because people who work in the restaurant business, you understand it. Like, the waitresses and the waitresses and the hosts, they got a job to do to make sure, like, you get all this. They got a job to do, and if they don't do their job, they make the job harder for the person who's closing. So if I'm closing and nobody else doing a job, then you got the cooks, they over there, they hiding stuff. Then you got the cooks, they hiding stuff, they not doing a job. So if I know when I close and gotta clean everything and fix everything and they not doing a job, I'm going and doing a job and I'm doing extra. You know what I'm saying? And then people is there and they not helping me. So what they'll do is like make sure you don't have no help. They'll make sure everybody else looking good and making sure you'll look bad. Like for instance, she was saying, oh, you clocking out late every night, you're not doing a good job, and everybody else is leaving here at a good time, and you're the only one who's not leaving at a good time, and you just taking long. I don't know why you acting so slow and why you can't do your job. What's the name closes and he closes the finish like 3 hours before you. For one, y'all sabotaging my job, you know, and for two, y'all helping him. Like nobody would help me when it was time for me to do my job and close at the end. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't help me. So it would be me doing all of this work. And then like I said, they wouldn't be doing their job, what they were supposed to be doing. So they'd be making my job harder. And this was at every job. Like they would sabotage it. They'll make sure stuff ain't there so I could put out. They'll make sure like everything is piled up so I can't get things done. I would come into work and things would be disaster. I got videos too. I'll show you at a later time of how the kitchen looked at 8 o'clock, like before I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And one guy, he will make sure the guy, his cousin, he already had his cousin get the job also. They will make sure them two close together. They will make sure I close by myself every night and make sure the other guy who closed, he has somebody to close with, but make sure that I close by myself. Then it got to the point to where and that's what they do, they sabotage you, you know what I'm saying? They set the stage already for you to be sabotaged because they're plotting on you. They gotta get rid of you, you know what I'm saying? They gotta make your job harder, they gotta get rid of you. Even if a new employee come in, everybody know not to like you. Like they already putting in their head, they talking about you, they whispering, they talking junk about you, they making sure your job is harder, they making sure you do your job all by yourself. And then it's just a headache, you know what I'm saying? And you know exactly like you're being treated wrong, you know what I'm saying? And all the other bosses too, like the other two guys, you know what I'm saying? She was the supervisor, one was the general manager, and the other guy was the manager. They didn't like me either, you know what I'm saying? Like they would just have me doing extra work, you know what I'm saying? They'll give me extra work to do other than my job so that I could so that I'll make sure I won't finish my job in time. Like if they looking like if they see me about to finish my job, they'll try to have me they'll ask me to make me do something like the cook's supposed to be doing or this person's supposed to be doing, so it could add more time to me, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll be doing stuff behind my back, you know what I'm saying, like slapping me or fake punching me behind my head when I'm in front of my back all mean. I'll be peeping it. And then like the lady supervisor, she used to pick up nice and go like this, like she was like really stabbing me in my back, like, you know what I'm saying? Her and a few other people, they'll be like, you know what I'm saying, like pick up a knife and they'll be doing that behind me, like pure evilness, pure evil. Like these people are pure evil. Like, and then another thing was she would come to work and she would try to get me to see her vision of a way of a Bible, like of the Bible. Like she would say, oh, the Bible says all the herbs are good, you know what I'm saying? The scripture in the Bible, I don't really want to say it wrong and speak God's word wrong, but the part, you know, some of you may not know, but some of you do know, like the scripture, how it's talk about the plants and the herbs that planted in the ground, how they good, you know what I'm saying? You should use them. God made the plants and the herbs on the earth for us to, you know what I'm saying? She read that scripture, but she said it the right way. Basically saying that weed, marijuana, we were supposed to smoke it because that's what the Bible said. And so the only reason why I can understand that was because she's the devil. She trying to get me to do what she does. You know what I'm saying? And they knew I didn't smoke and they knew I didn't drink. And that's another thing they ain't like. Everybody in there smoked weed, got drunk, and smoked cigarettes. I didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like that at all. Like, so they was real mad about that, pissed off about that. You know what I'm saying? So That's another thing that'll make them, they think they like, oh, you a goody boy, or you a goody guy, you too good, you good, you better than everybody, you know what I'm saying? So that's another reason that made them attack me. They don't like good people, they don't like different people, they don't like people other than them, which really they don't like them or other people, but they don't like nobody who's not like them. So they really got it out for people who just like different from them, that they see good, like they see like superior to them, or and they also intimidated by you and really scared of you. So that's another reason why they want to come and destroy you and mess with you, because they also intimidated by you, scared of you because of what you are and what you might represent. Or they might be intimidated you by a position, like you're gonna take their position, or you too good at the job. They can see you climbing up and they worried about their position. So they like, oh, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take you out. You know what I'm saying? So then they would do, like, I mean, everybody's on it. I mean, honestly, everybody is on the mission to destroy me, to the point I just quit the job. I quit the job because it was too much. She started doing too much. You know what I'm saying? The bosses started complaining too much, talking junk, cussing. They started making the job harder for me. You know what I'm saying? It came nights to where she just started cussing at me, talking mad junk, effing this. I don't know what the F this, mother F that, all S words, all cussing in my face. Oh, we late again. I'm supposed to go home. I'm tired. I'm tired. I want to go home, and you taking too long to close. You should have been done by now. You know what I'm saying? This is what they'll do to you, and this is when you dealing with at work. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with the same narcissist, the same thing as a relationship. A narc is a narc in a relationship, a friendship, or as like a boss, as a work relationship. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with the same persons, but it's different because it's kind of like the dynamics is different, because like they do the same things, but it's different in a way, because like they'll treat you it'll be different because they're in a relationship with you. So if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, it's a three-phase cycle that they go through. Whether, you know what I'm saying, the narcissist, you know what I'm saying, they love bomb you, over evaluate you, put you on a big pedestal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then they'll devalue you. You know what I'm saying? They start putting you down, shaming you, and then like they'll discard you, get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? They'll just stop talking to you, messing with you. You don't even know why. No explanation. You know what I'm saying? In friendships, they'll just, you know, tell lies on you and manipulate you and make you seem like you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like different. And then work, they'll sabotage you, which if you're in a relationship with them, they'll sabotage you too. You're in a friendship, they'll sabotage you too, because that's what they out for, to sabotage people and mess people's lives up, because they hate people and they hate themselves and they hate their lives. So they hate people who are healthy, people with boundaries, and people who like really like love their life and doing good and enjoy their life. Like they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So she just kept cussing me out, talking junk about me, and it was just something that everybody was in on, and it was a big joke to them. You know what I'm saying? And she made sure that she was gonna make my life miserable, because she started making sure that I worked every time she worked. She made sure I worked every time she worked. Like, I'm gonna make your life miserable. She changed my whole schedule. She made sure every time I worked when she worked. Especially when I was closing, because she could mess with me all night. She could mess with me all night, talking junk, because she knew she was gonna sabotage and got these people over here doing this, so I can't get this done. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what sabotage is. They just made it to where a job that I could do so good, so fast, I was professional at, I'd have been clock done out. She made sure every time I worked that she sabotaged, so I'll be there late. And I'll be so tired because they made sure I did extra work. You know what I'm saying? They made sure I had extra work. They will mess everything all up for me, but make sure everything benefit them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was a teamwork. You know what I'm saying? It was a teamwork. Like, You know what I'm saying? And the bosses and them was in on it. I mean, these people, then they with the co-workers and them, they was trying to get me to steal. Well, really the bosses too. They just really had this, you know, they flying monkeys, the co-workers, you know what I'm saying, do some, you know what I'm saying, they try to keep their hands clean. Narcissists, they type of people, like, they throw the rock and then hide their hand. You know what I'm saying? And then they the type to throw their rock at a window, hide their hand, the window shatter, then they'll go and they'll lay on a broken glass and be like, oh, God, you do the, and they'll say you do the rock and you and on purpose, and you don't like them, and you victimize, and you know what I'm saying, trying to hurt them. That's what a narcissist does to you. You know what I'm saying? They start the drama and they set it up to where these people are calculated. Like, they are good at what they do. Like, you don't even need to go to war with them, like, because they do this. If you're not evil, leave it alone, because they are evil. This stuff they do, they are good at, and they've been doing it for a long time, and they mastered it. They know the pros and cons of it. They know everything of it. They've been doing this since they was kids and teenagers, like, and they're adults now. They know what they've been doing, and they got many victims, so they know how it's gonna go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll be mad because I'll be leaving there every night late, and they doing extra work, and then they in my ear, then I know what they doing, and then, like, people just, it was just too much for me, man. It was too much for me, man. And this was like at a lot of jobs, like back and forth. It was just too much for me. I was like, I can't do this. Like, narcissists are, I didn't even know what I was dealing with. I was like, you know, I'm like, yo, why every job I got, people doing this to me? Like, why you hate me? I'm not doing it. Then the girls was mad I ain't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? These girls wanted to be sweated. And I told you the boss, you know what I'm saying, I gave her narc injury because she was rejected. They can't handle rejection. They act out in rage. They can't handle rejection. You know what I'm saying? And I used to see one of the girls who worked there, she used to be like, get him out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be walking past her and she'll be screaming at, get him the F out of here. They ain't want me working there. They ain't want me working there because they was evil. They was like, he's the light. Dark people don't want to be around the light. Like, they don't like the light. Dark people, evil people, they don't like the light. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the light at all. So, you know what I'm saying? If you experience this and you can relate, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you experience this, leave a comment. If you don't, leave a comment what you think. If you're going through this and this is making sense to you and you got questions, leave a comment. You want to say something, I want to know more, leave a comment, because this is what people go through America every day. And narcissists, they are sneaky, conniving people, and they always make sure they get away with what they doing. Like, they do it so good to where it don't look like they doing anything, and then they play the victim. They'll be sabotaging you and plotting behind your back, and you don't even know what they got set up for you or what they doing. And then they'll be behind your back plotting and setting everything up. And then they'll say it's you. They play the victim. Narcissists like to play the victim. They play the victim very well and play the victim all the time. And they'll sabotage you on your job, and then nobody cares because they'll turn everybody against you. And it's real, and you end up quitting the job like I did. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with this at a lot of jobs where I end up quitting them because of that, or end up getting fired because I just didn't want to deal with it. It was too much. It was too much. Narcissists hate you, and they put that hate on you. It's just negative energy. These are evil vampires. Like, the negative they deal with, and they hate themselves, and the negative they deal with in their mind, you know what I'm saying? They want to put on other people, especially if they see you happy. That you a target automatically. Is almost like you're all red and there are bullets. They coming at you. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you a good person, or if you an empath, or if you a codependent, the narcissist is on you. You know what I'm saying? For a friendship or a relationship, or if you one of those people at a job, if they don't like you, or if you too good for them, or you don't do something that they expect you to do, then they on you. you're like all red and they the bull. It's nonstop. You know how a bull is once they see red, it's nonstop to your devour, and that's what they do. So this is definitely what you could be experienced on your job. And you know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for you because I know what it is like, because I dealt with it for like, whew, man, for a long time. I mean, job after job, like job after job is just narcissists everywhere. I mean, like at every job, like it's just like, wow. I mean, like, can I get a break? It's almost like I'm surprised I commit suicide. Or you just, I mean, the only thing else you could do is just be like them and not have any morals, values, or principles. Another thing they was doing, they was stealing for the job. They were stealing from the job. I mean, the bosses, all the people that worked there, they were stealing food from the job. I mean, the good stuff, the steak, the ribs, the fish. I mean, they'll be in there stealing, eating all the food all day, making people wait hours for they be stealing. I mean, people was even stealing ice cubes. It was like, you just gotta steal something. They stealing ice cubes. Like, it's like, you ain't got a freezer and an ice tray at your house. You have to steal ice cubes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the ice cube was made out of gold or something. It's like, come on, it's ice cube. You guys is that petty. And they didn't like that because I wouldn't compromise. I wouldn't be who they wanted me to be. And I was different, and they don't like different because the narcissists know how no good. They see what I'm saying? How they was stealing, I wouldn't steal. They know how no good they are. So if I'd have been just like them, they'd have had no problem with me. But I was different. I was honest. Like, I worked. I did a good job. I ain't cheat the job. You know what I'm saying? So I was an honorable stand-up man at my job, and they ain't like that because none of them was. Especially if the bosses and the managers is not like is no good, and an employee is a good person. They don't like that. You got to get rid of you. Like, what are you doing here? Like, they didn't want me, and they end up winning. To one day, I just quit. I quit the job. Like, it was too much. It was definitely too much. She started getting to the point to where I thought like I was gonna get arrested because she started now rubbing her breasts on me. I'll be standing and working, and she'll come up and have her breasts on me and be like, oh, why you touching my breasts? Why you touching me? I was like, oh yeah, see what I'm saying? These people are no joke. Like, they out to get you, and they think, and she be laughing and think it's a game. Like, she and all of them thought it was a game. All the other bosses and managers and all the co-workers, they all thought it was a game. It was a funny thing to them. They thought it was a game. They loved when I came to work. They hated it because they didn't like who I was, but they was happy because they could torture me. They liked to hurt people, so that was one of the things that they liked, to hurt me. And she was like, why you touching me? Don't touch me. Like, you keep touching my breast. And they'll know, like, and she'll be like, watch this, and she'll do it on purpose and be like that, just keep messing with me and provoking you to do something. She wanted to provoke me to do something, you know what I'm saying? So then they could point the finger, you know what I'm saying? That's what narcissists do. You know how kids do, like in school, elementary, pre-K, case, you know what I'm saying? Kids do, like, they hit you, then you turn around like, stop hitting me, and they be like, what's wrong with you? I didn't do nothing to you. That's narcissists for you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They'll slap you in the back of your head, look the other way. Then you'll slap them back. They'll be like, well, hit me. I didn't even hit you. You know what I'm saying? Then you know they got the rest of the kids looking. They know what happened. And then they laughing too. They picking on you. Right. When it's kids doing it, it's kids. But when the grown folks doing it, narcissists. They are narcissists. That's what they do. Then she got to the point to where she just kept following me. Then I'm putting something in the oven. It's hot. Then she'll get right there and make sure it touching. Be like, why you burning me? Why you burning me, cat? Why you burning me? I can't believe you did that after I done gave you a job, and this is how you treat me. I'll be nice to you. And she just started taking it to the next level. Then she started coming to where I'm working at. Then she would start saying, she'll be saying like low, like you ain't say hi to me when you came in. Clock out and leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll be like, she started saying like, but saying it to me, but she's saying in front of everybody, but really mean it to me. When you come in, you need to say hi to me first, speak to me first. You know what I'm saying? She wanted me to say hi to her. Like, that's the thing with narcissists. They got they having the symptoms include an excessive need for admiration. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and you know what I'm saying, and they you know what I'm saying, they got disregard for others' feelings, and they also an inability to an inability the inability to handle any criticism, and they have a sense of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? So that's just some of the symptoms of a narcissist. So like, yeah, like she would do that and be like, oh, clock out, get out, leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to say hi to you when I come in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that would be a problem. Then when she leaves, she wanted a applause, like, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a big problem. Like, it was a lot of jobs. You know what I'm saying? I had for like a long time, job after job. Go to leave that one, quit that one, go to the next one. The same thing. End up getting fired from that one, go to the next one. Same thing, quitting that, and I didn't know what it was. Like, and then I found out it was narcissism. So I'm like, okay, now I see what it was. It's narcissism. Okay, now I'm not in the dark, and I understand what I went through. So, I mean, it's like everybody a narcissist then, or everybody, or most people, if they toxic. So they're toxic people. They flying monkeys. And this is what I dealt with. So basically, it's like you gotta be just like them, like, you know what I'm saying? But narcissists are definitely on the job. So it's real. You know, I mean, we need a national awareness of this because it's destroying people's lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Job after job, been going through this for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm surprised I didn't lose my mind, commit suicide. Especially, I was so confused. Like, why me? Why this happening to me? Why I gotta go through this? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. But so this is why, you know, I'm letting people know, you know, people to deal with it, help people deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Speak my truth, speak my piece on the matter. And, you know, I'm here for the community of the narcissists, the narcissist victims. You know what I'm saying? Love, peace, happiness, and joy. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Everybody have a good one.